Don't mind my crazy look. Okay, so this was like pretty long time ago. I was really young. My little sister, I think she was 2, so I had to be about 11-ish. And we were in North Dakota for my grandma's birthday parties, both of them. And so us kids decided that we were tired, so my parents brought us back to my grandma's house, and my older cousin babysat us that night, so the parents could all party and stuff. It was late. And so anyways, like, we settled in and everything, and after a while we were laying down, and I heard someone kind of knock at the door, and I told my cousin, and she was like, oh, it's okay. And then all of a sudden I thought I heard like the door jingle, and I thought I seen it twist a little bit, and then we all saw it, so we all started freaking out. And I just remember my cousin's friend, she like grabbed a knife from my grandma's kitchen, and she was like, this is all I have, I'll protect you. And so we were like, should we call 911? And she was like, no, let's all go into the bathroom because it has no windows, and we can lock the door. And my little sister happened to be sleeping in my grandma's room, and we were like, oh, we need to go get her. We can't just leave her in there. She's sleeping. We're going to have to wake her up somehow, and we need to get her in this bathroom. And so we went and got her, and we all sat on the bathroom floor, and we closed the door, and my cousin's friend had the knife in her hand, and me and my brother were freaking out. We started crying, and we're like, we want to call my mom, maybe my dad can come help us. And so we waited for a little bit, and then I guess my cousin said also, she said when she went to go get my little sister out of my grandma's room, she went in there and she heard someone run across like the window. She heard it from outside, and she heard a knock on the window, and so she like hurried back in the bathroom. And so then I ended up calling my mom, and I was crying, and I was like, Mom, we're hearing people outside. I don't know if someone's actually out there. Someone's gonna kill us. And we were just crying, and she was like, well, I guess then we'll come back. And then, so like, I don't know, seemed like forever, but about 20-30 minutes later, my parents came back, and I don't remember if my grandma was with them, but I remember 2 of my uncles were, and my other cousin. Like, a lot of people just came back to check on us, and both of my uncles went outside and they walked around like the whole apartment area, and they said, we don't see anybody out there, we don't hear anything. They checked it out, they looked in the bushes and everything, and no one was there. And then, so we got all calmed down and stuff, and we were thinking, oh, maybe my dad was just like, maybe it's just some crazy kids outside, but it was like, I don't know, 11, 12 o'clock-ish. It was late. So my dad and mom were just like, we're gonna go back to the party, and you guys will be fine. And I guess, yeah, my older cousin, he stayed with us, and he was like, he knew karate, he was like a black belt, and he was like, I can beat someone up, and he protected us. And then so we all laid on the living room floor together, and that was pretty much it. And we don't know if it was some kids, we don't know if someone was actually out there and trying to get in, or it was a spirit or something. We don't know. But yeah, that is a pretty scary story. I remember a lot of those details of that story. I remember what I was wearing and everything about that night. It was just so scary, and till this day I wonder if someone was actually out there trying to get in, because where my grandma lived, there was a few creepy people that every time we went and visited, she would always be like, you know, be careful for this guy, and my dad would never let us out there by ourselves when we were little. So I don't know if it was some creepy guy or girl, or if it really was a ghost. I don't know, but it was scary. So that's my story. Does anybody else have any scary stories that happened to them? Spiritual, real people? Put them in the comments below.